As Sylvester Stallone joined The View to promote his upcoming film, the usually affable action star quickly found himself navigating a tense media landscape he hadn't anticipated. The conversation began casually talk of legacy, training routines, and his iconic roles, but suddenly shifted when Joy Behar pivoted to more pointed personal territory. Referencing past controversies and allegedly strained familial dynamics, Stallone, taken aback, attempted to steer the dialogue back to his new project with a gracious comment about how much the work meant to him. But Behar pressed on, questioning his intentions and past statements in a tone that felt accusatory. The studio's energy changed. Co-hosts exchanged uneasy looks, and the audience's laughter faded into murmurs. Finally, Stallone leaned forward, his voice calm but firm. "I came here to talk about my art, not relive past mistakes." With that, he removed his microphone, stood up, and walked off the set, mid-interview, leaving behind stunned hosts in a silent studio. In an instant, the segment morphed from promotional appearance to viral flashpoint, igniting conversations about respect, boundaries, and the danger of turning conversation into confrontation on live television. Asterisk the fallout from Sylvester Stallone's sudden departure was immediate and widespread, dominating headlines and sparking fierce online debate. Clips of the moment flooded social media, drawing millions of views within hours. While some viewers praised Stallone for standing his ground, others criticized the show for what they perceived as an intentional ambush. Joy Behar, for her part, defended the exchange during the show's next episode, claiming her questions were fair and rooted in public interest. "If you're in the spotlight, you have to be ready to answer the tough ones," she remarked. However, critics argued that there's a fine line between journalistic inquiry and opportunistic provocation, one that The View may have crossed. Stallone's representatives issued a short statement calling the incident unfortunate and stating that he would not be returning to the program in the future. Meanwhile, fellow actors and public figures voiced their support for Stallone, some going as far as to cancel their own scheduled appearances on the show. Behind the scenes, producers were reportedly in crisis mode, re-evaluating the format of their interviews, and the Freedom hosts had to deviate from agreed-upon talking points. The controversy not only highlighted the risks of live television, but also reignited conversations about celebrity media boundaries in an age where one misstep becomes a global talking point within minutes. Asterisk in the days following Stallone's dramatic exit, the media frenzy showed no signs of slowing down. Late-night hosts joked about the incident, news outlets analyzed every gesture, and think pieces debated the ethical responsibilities of talk show hosts. Some speculated that the entire moment had been orchestrated for publicity, but sources close to Stallone insisted it was completely unplanned and deeply upsetting for him. Close friends described the star as disappointed but not surprised, suggesting he had long been wary of modern media's tendency to blur the line between interview and interrogation. Meanwhile, fans rallied behind him with hashtags like #StandWithStallone trending across platforms. Joy Behar, known for her unapologetic style, faced intense criticism, prompting calls for an on-air apology which, notably, never came. Instead, she doubled down in subsequent interviews, citing her decades-long career as proof of her right to ask hard-hitting questions. The show's producers reportedly held private meetings with network executives to address the PR fallout. As advertisers quietly expressed concern over the backlash, while Stallone remained largely silent in public, insiders revealed that he was already reconsidering future press appearances, choosing instead to let his work speak for itself. The clash not only marked a pivotal moment in Stallone's media relations, but also served as a cautionary tale for celebrities navigating the increasingly volatile world of live television. Asterisk as public interest continued to build, more details began to emerge about the behind-the-scenes tension that may have led to Sylvester Stallone's abrupt departure from The View. Anonymous sources within the production claimed that there had been friction even before the cameras started rolling, with Stallone reportedly raising concerns about certain off-limits topics. Producers, eager to secure a ratings boost, allegedly reassured him the interview would focus strictly on his latest film and philanthropic efforts. However, once on set, the tone quickly shifted. Joy Behar, deviating from the pre-approved talking points brought up Stallone's past controversies, questions he was not prepared or willing to address. Witnesses said the atmosphere in the studio grew visibly uncomfortable, with co-hosts exchanging uneasy glances and production staff scrambling. Behind the scenes, despite attempts to steer the conversation back to neutral ground, Behar pressed on, culminating in Stallone's infamous line, "You've crossed the line." Joy before removing his mic and walking off stage. The moment caught live sent shockwaves through both the audience and the network. In the aftermath, multiple petitions circulated demanding greater transparency and accountability from daytime talk shows. Industry insiders began questioning whether the traditional interview model was still sustainable in an age where viral moments often outweigh substance. The Stallone-Behar clash wasn't just a celebrity incident. It became a flashpoint in the evolving relationship between media, celebrities, and the viewing public. Asterisk in the weeks that followed. The fallout from Sylvester Stallone's walk-off continued to ripple through the entertainment industry. Offers for interviews and talk show appearances were reportedly being turned down by the actor's team, citing a newfound mistrust in live media formats. Behind the scenes at The View, tensions remained high as staff dealt with a wave of backlash. From advertisers reevaluating their partnerships to executives considering changes in the show's format, Joy Behar, though defiant honor, was said to be feeling the pressure privately, with internal sources hinting at closed-door discussions about her future role on the panel. Meanwhile, Stallone took to social media, not with outrage, but with a brief, dignified post. Respect goes both ways. That message, simple but pointed, garnered millions of likes and was widely shared as a subtle but powerful statement. In Hollywood, his peers voiced solidarity, with several high-profile actors expressing disapproval of the ambush-style questioning that had occurred. The incident sparked a broader conversation about the ethics of entertainment journalism. Should ratings justify overstepping personal boundaries? As this debate unfolded across news outlets and social media platforms, Stallone's image only grew stronger in the eyes of the public, yet, intentionally or not, reignited a dialogue about dignity, respect, and the increasingly thin line between news and spectacle. And in doing so, he reminded both viewers and hosts alike that not every moment is meant to be a headline. Asterisk, the Stallone-Behar clash became more than a tabloid sensation. It evolved into a cultural flashpoint, drawing commentary from media analysts, celebrities, and fans alike. Within a matter of days, hashtags like #StandWithStallone and #TalkShowRespect trended globally. Viewers who had long felt discomfort with the aggressive tones of modern interviews saw in Stallone's reaction a form of long overdue pushback. Think pieces flooded the internet, dissecting the implications of what many framed as an erosion of mutual respect between hosts and guests. At the same time, talk shows across networks began reevaluating their strategies, with several hosts addressing the incident on air, some in support of Stallone's reaction and others defending journalistic freedom. For The View, the incident caused a drop in viewership and a dip in ratings as longtime fans questioned whether the pursuit of viral moments had overtaken meaningful conversation. Meanwhile, Stallone, often seen as the embodiment of cinematic toughness, emerged as a surprisingly nuanced figure, one who refused to let decades of public image confine how he demanded to be treated. He continued promoting his film through written interviews and controlled appearances, carefully choosing outlets that prioritized substance over spectacle. The moment served as a reminder that even in an age of clickbait and controversy, there remains room for principled stands-in, that sometimes walking away speaks louder than shouting back. Asterisk.